What's up YouTube? It's Daddy Lean back with another mini vlog, and today is chest day, best day of the week. So I've traditionally been doing a push-pull split, but I've recently shifted over so that way now I'm doing chest, triceps, and biceps on one day, back and shoulders on another, and legs on the third day of rest, and then repeat. So when I start my chest days, I like to do a compound movement at the start, and there's nothing better than a flat bench. I really like just pumping out, as many reps as I can with this 225 at the start. Sometimes I go a little bit heavier, but today I was feeling a little weak, so I decided to just stick with the 225. I did get 8 reps on my first set, and then I did, I think 3 more sets of 5. So a flat bench is a really good way to just test your overall upper body strength. It's a really good chest exercise, but that's not all that we have for the chest. So I got a bunch of cool workouts throughout the video that I'm going to show you that I use to really just develop my chest, but you definitely can't go wrong with the flat bench. So if you got the strength and the stamina, I suggest that you start off with a flat bench during your chest day. So moving on, I like to do these cable flies. Cable flies are really great because the primary function of the chest is to stretch your arms across your body. So you can pump out as many, bench press reps as you can, but if you really want to develop size and mass in your chest, you want to do some kind of flying movement. A machine is all right, the traditional machine fly, but I really like to do these cable flies because I have super long arms and it allows me to get a nice range of motion. This is my last set, so I'm getting a little weak here, maybe not stretching as much as I could, but really still pushing the weight, primarily using my chest and really just pumping up those last few reps. After that, I switched onto this flat bench plate-loaded machine. So I really like this because with the regular flat bench, with a regular bench press, unless you have a spotter, you really can't move to failure without, a risk of injury. With these, you can really just pump yourself up all the way to failure. And if you do fail, you don't have to worry about the bar coming down and hitting your chest and breaking your clavicle, etc., etc. So these are a nice way to just pump out a few extra reps of, the flat bench. And I like to do this because it does provide a nicer range of motion, I think, than the regular flat bench. So next, I'm moving on to some tricep exercises. This overhead tricep extension using the V-bar, I think, has become my go-to move for building strong triceps. So your triceps are 2/3 of your arm, about 66%, and your biceps are only about 1/3 of your arm. So if you want to get really big, juicy, meaty arms, you're definitely going to want to hit your tricep, and you're going to want to hit them hard. I really like this because it allows you to get a really nice stretch in the long head of the tricep, unlike any other movement that I found. So yeah, definitely get a nice weight on here, use proper form and stretch all the way as you're doing this exercise. It's a really great exercise to build triceps. Now I'm moving on to the incline machine plate loaded bench. This is again a really good way to hit a different angle of your chest. If you're using this machine, like I said, you won't have to worry about the bar coming down and hitting your chest. You can really just pump yourself up to failure, get a nice number of reps in here, and really just get a nice stretch in the chest because unlike the traditional bench press, you can really kind of stretch all the way down. So these are the same kind of motion, but this is a decline variation. It's a nice way to hit that lower chest. If you want that good roundness, that nice, juicy plumpness in the chest, you definitely want to do a decline movement or a dip, but I really like these for my lower chest. Now moving on to another tricep exercise. This is a machine overhead tricep extension. So I've never actually seen this machine in any gym before. When I joined this gym, I saw somebody using this machine and I was like, oh yeah, I'm sold. This is a really good way, again, to hit your triceps. It's easier, I think, to get into this position than it is for the overhead tricep extension using the V-bar, because this has a nice little lever that you can use your foot to kind of adjust the starting position of the kind of easy curl bar attachment there at the top. But again, if you want to have nice big arms, you're going to want to hit your triceps and you're going to want to stretch all the way down to the bottom and all the way up to the top. As you're doing so, this is a really good exercise. If you don't have this at your gym, which honestly you probably don't, because like I said, this is the first time that I've ever seen anything like this, you can do a skull crush or you can do an overhead tricep extension using a dumbbell. But I really like this because it's very easy to kind of get into position. It's easy to load up your weight. It's easy to shift between different weights. And again, it's just a really nice way to hit that long head of the tricep and really get a nice pump in your arm. So now I'm moving on to this tricep push down. So this is another way to just hit the different angles of the tricep muscles. I really like plate loaded machines, and I really like working out with iron plates. I feel like a lot of gyms don't have these iron plates anymore. They kind of have this like this like rubberized kind of situation, but there's nothing quite like working with iron plates and really feeling like you're pumping iron. So again, this is a good way to hit the tricep from a different angle and also a bit of the lower chest. So now I'm just wrapping up my exercise, my workout day with biceps. I'm doing about, I would say, 4 or 5 sets of 10 on this assisted bicep curl, and also loading up the weight pretty heavy. Just really pumping out a lot of reps here so that way I can just get a nice size in my bicep. Again, this is a good way to just kind of help balance out the different parts of your muscle groups. When you're doing your triceps and your chest exercises, you're doing push movements, and this pull movement on the bicep at the end allows you to just kind of shift to a different muscle group where you're not so fatigued. So again, after doing those 5 sets of 10 on the assisted curl bar, I do another one on the traditional preacher curl bar, this plate loaded easy curl bar, and just pump out a good number of reps. I really like to go basic when it comes to biceps. Sometimes I'll have a little hammer curl in there, throw a little Zotman curl in there. I've done cable curls in the past, but right now I'm just kind of enjoying doing these, assisted curls and this preacher bar curl as well. So I feel like I got a really good workout in today. I got a nice pump, was able to train to failure, and I'm pretty proud.